I started sailing here back in 1971, and I sailed with my school on the other reservoir, the small reservoir, because this one where we are now hasn't been built. And we used to sail on a Friday evening in little boats called alphas and otters. The photograph that you will see is myself and Russell, who were both at the same school, which was Fitzharris. This was showing, we went representing Oxford, the Oxford schools, to the Oxford Schools Regatta, won this trophy, and this was sailing the Optimist Dingy. And Russell, who's in that photograph, still sails with me today. He crews for me in my K6. Well, I just enjoy the working on boats and seeing how the youngsters progress. I mean, I think just enabling them in the first instance to come up here. It's also important that they have the correct clothing. When I used to sail, because I started sailing when I was age of 6, with my father, and that was almost before wetsuits were invented. And so I can have vivid memories of coming off the water and getting the pains in my feet as they warmed back up again. And we're fortunate in that we have racing on a Sunday morning, and we also have racing on a Wednesday evening, and then once a month we also have Norris and junior racing, and it becomes a social part of the sailing experience because you get to race against the same people. I've sort of highlighted it before in that, I've sailed lots of different boats here with Russell, and I can always remember coming down the hill, and if it was windy and the trees are moving a lot, just wondering how many times we were going to capsize. And then eventually we got good enough that we sailed for 18 months throughout lots of wind without capsizing at all. We did, in a very windy squall, get knocked flat, and we were debating whether we should stand on the keel to bring the boat up, but it came up on its own.
I joined Oxford Sailing Club in the early 90s. I used to club sail a fireball in the northwest. My first experience of sailing here was really exciting. I'd been used to sailing on lakes and ponds, which are very, very shifty pieces of water, or alternatively racing on the sea where there's big waves and there's big expanse. So you come to Oxford and it's a big stretch of water, but it's also flat water and really fast. So it was a new technique that I learned very quickly about sailing on a big inland water, and the rest is history. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There's nothing more than what I enjoy with the novice and the casual sailing. This is a series that runs through from April through to October, and it's wonderful to see people who haven't had the experience of sailing to a windward mark or to complete a race, and suddenly they've actually achieved that, and their grins are from ear to ear. We're very fortunate at Oxford Sailing Club. We have a number of really good hire boats. We have a lot of really good equipment, and we have a lot of good instructors that help people on their journey to being able to race if that's what they want to do, or to be able to sail on the water here, or take the skill to other areas around the country. So here at Oxford Sailing Club we have Oxford Women on the Water. This is a weekly occurrence from April through to October, and this is a really nice forum for the ladies who want to sail together and learn from each other and actually just enjoy the beauty of being out on the water and the freedom that sailing gives you. I think over the years this has got to be the friendship that I've made with lots and lots of people. So you might not see somebody for 30 years or even more, and you reconnect and it's as if you were only talking to them yesterday. So the wonderful thing about sailing is the community spirit that it's introduced me to. Also the wonderful places around the world that I've been able to race